I brought Mick Foley back to WWE, but if he beats someone, then they become Mick Foley. But it's not just Mick Foley. It's also his 3 other gimmicks. Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love. So, if somebody loses to either of them, they become Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind. So, let's see what happens. I also will keep a counter at the top of the screen on this video to see how many people actually become Foleyized. So on Monday Night Raw, yeah, actually we're starting out with Raw instead of Backlash, can you believe it? Dude Love challenges Rey Mysterio to a match, and Dude Love locks on the love handle to make Rey Mysterio pass out, and Rey Mysterio has lost to Dude Love, meaning that he has to become Dude Mysterio. Yeah, you know, these names are going to be really fucking lame. And now we get to Backlash, where Roman Reigns defends the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship against the one and only Mankind. Roman Reigns pounds Mankind. He grabs a sledgehammer. He's looking like he's about to destroy Mick. But Mick pops up, locks on a mandible claw, and makes Roman Reigns pass out. Mankind defeats Roman Reigns and becomes the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. And Roman, he is now known as Romankind. Damn, these names are so fire. Like, holy crap.
Enough! I've seen my other selves return to this company, and people treat them like a joke. Dude Love, Mankind, people don't take them seriously despite winning their matches. Well, all of the funny games are over now, because seeing them succeed has reinvigorated a fire in me to take you to the ultimate limit. Cause you see, Ilya, you might be the Mad Russian, but I'm the Madman from Truth or Consequences. I'm Cactus Jack, and I'm gonna rip you apart, limb from limb, till you become a part of me. Welcome to your worst nightmare, baby!
We're actually going back to NXT, as Cactus Jack takes on the Mad Russian, Ilya Dragunov, and actually, this would be an amazing match, like an absolutely great match. I would love to see this match. Despite the Mad Russian's best efforts, he fell to a vicious, wicked stump pile driver. Probably broke his neck. Cactus Jack wins, and now we have Cactus Dragunov. Now Hell in a Cell, yep. Seth Rollins defends his World Heavyweight Championship against Dude Love. Why would we have, why Mankind?
Hey, oh, it's me, Dude Love. Now you probably thought that freak Mankind would fight you inside of that structure. But sorry, Setho, you get the dude tonight, and I'm gonna show you what happens when you mess with Dude Love. Ow, have mercy.
However, just like Mankind, Dude Love would climb to the top of the cell, because of course he would. Now, rather than Dude Love going through the cell like his previous freak gimmick, Mankind, he actually puts Seth Rollins through the cell by hitting a double arm DDT. The cell breaks, but Seth Rollins still kicks out. Dude Love is in shambles at this point. So he goes for the baseball bat, but Seth is able to counter it and hit the Dude Love handle onto Dude Love and actually pin him. Seth Rollins, with the ultimate insult to injury, defeats the Dude with his own handle. On SmackDown, we do not have a Mick Foley. Instead, we have Romankind. Now part of the Mick Foley clan is taking on Top Dollar. You want to know how this went? Top Dollar ate a spear, and he laid down for Roman. Yeah, you really thought that Top Dollar would have a chance against Roman Reigns? Get the fuck out of here. And at Money in the Bank, we have a Money in the Bank ladder match where the craziest son of a bitch, Cactus Jack, is taking on 7 other challengers. The Ring General Gunther, Santos Escobar, the one and only Bray Wyatt, Drew McIntyre, Karrion Kross, LA Knight, and Humberto. in a crazy Money in the Bank ladder match, which really is kind of the, which is a match that really fits Cactus Jack pretty well because of the craziness, the violence, no gore though. So, but Bray Wyatt hits a mandible claw onto Humberto. Yeah, I think Humberto. And Cactus Jack is able to weasel his way up the ladder. And by the time Bray Wyatt realizes that Cactus is up there, it's way too late. And Cactus Jack wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. Rather than having all 7 guys become Cactus Jack, I decided to spin a wheel mainly because of cost slots. So I spun a wheel to see who would become Cactus Jack, and it landed on Drew McIntyre. So now he is Cactus McIntyre. I know these names are really original. We actually fast forward to NXT's Great American Bash. And Cactus Jack's briefcase, he's cashing it in. But rather than doing it at an opportune moment, he's just going to go face-to-face, one-on-one with the NXT champion, because that's how Cactus Jack rolls. Cactus Jack cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase for a title shot against the current NXT champion, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker hits a spear on Cactus Jack. He looks like he's going to put him away. He turns him around for a Steiner recliner, but Cactus Jack just immediately pops up, locks on a mandible claw, and then finishes off Braun Breaker with a brutal, disgusting pile driver. Again. He did it again. But it doesn't matter because Cactus Jack has become the NXT champion, and now Breaker has become Cactus Breaker, which honestly sounds pretty dope. And now Monday Night Raw, we have Mick Foley. We have Dude Love with Dude Mysterio in his corner as he takes on Uncle Howdy. Remember him? I mean, everyone remembers him. But Uncle Howdy. But Uncle Howdy unfortunately succumbs to the love handle, and Dude Love wins the match, meaning that we now have Uncle Love. We got Dude Love and Uncle Love. What a tag team. And now at SummerSlam, Mankind is defending his undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship against the one and only John Cena. Mankind submits John Cena to the mandible claw, Socko right in the mouth though, and John Cena has lost and now has become John Kind. And in the main event, yes, there's another match, really? Yes, because Roman Reigns, Roman Kind, is looking to get revenge for what happened to the Dude Love back at Hell in a Cell as he takes on the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins after a barbaric last man standing match. Roman Reigns comes out victorious and takes the World Heavyweight Championship away from Seth Rollins, avenging his fellow brother in story. On NXT, Cactus is back once again as he takes on Wesley, and instead of using that vicious pile driver that kills his opponents, he finishes off Wesley with the DDT, which is kind of expected, but you know what? Wesley is joined... Wait, what is his nickname again? Hold on. He doesn't have one. I actually didn't give him one. Sorry, Wesley. So at Clash of the Castle, we got one match. Mankind, the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion, with John Cena in his corner, decked out in gear and all, takes on the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. Despite Mankind's best efforts in trying to quell the Beast hits an F5 and sends his ass straight to Suplex City, and Brock Lesnar becomes the undisputed champion of the world. Yeehaw. On the SmackDown following Clash of the Castle, Brock Lesnar in a non-title match takes on Roman Kind with other Mankinds in his back pocket. Yeah. Dude's got literally 3 other versions of Mankind in his corner. And to the surprise of everyone, Roman Reigns is somehow able to roll up Brock Lesnar to get a pin and a win. And because of this, Roman Reigns has earned a title shot. But because he's a part of the Mankind cult, he decided to give his title shot to Mankind at the next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. So at Extreme Rules, for the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship, current holder Brock Lesnar takes on Mankind for the second time in a brutal, violent, not gory, but like just brutal and violent match. Brock Lesnar somehow finds a way to retain his championship again, and is one of the only people so far to evade joining the Mankind cult. So Hooray. Hooray for Lesnar. Good for him.
Brock, do you know what it feels to be a failure? No matter how many times you break your bones, concuss yourself, even show your own skin to win a championship and fail? Do you know what it feels like to tell your wife and children that even after nearly killing yourself in that ring, that it was all for nothing? Do you know how that feels? Because I do, and it sucks. So let me say this. I promise, on God's green earth, that Brock, you will lose to me. Whether it be Mick, Mankind, Cactus, Dude, doesn't matter. I promise you, you will suffer, and once you've suffered enough, I will give you this, my mask, and we will be like twins. Think about that when you carry around your title.
Following Mankind's depressing loss to Brock Lesnar, Dude Love is back in the fray to kick some booty duty daddy against the Rated R Superstar Edge, but unfortunately for the wildest cat in the land, he falls to a spear from Edge, and that is the end of Dude Love, at least for now. He's going back to Truth or Consequences to have a party with Cactus and Mankind and Roman and Cena, and you know what? And at the Survivor Series, the three faces of Foley are joined by Mick Foley himself to take on the team of the random-ass team that is Bret Hart, The Undertaker, Bill Goldberg, and Bray Wyatt in a War Games match. Despite Team Foley's best efforts in getting more people to join the cause, Goldberg would pin the actual Mick Foley, not the other three faces, and Team Goldberg would win. Mick Foley made his debut and he fell flat on his face. I'm sorry, Mick. I didn't mean that, really. Don't be mean to me, please. Following the big loss at the Survivor Series for Team Foley, they've kind of regrouped, as Cactus Jack is back in NXT, but he's also brought his army of cactuses. Ilya Dragunov and Braun Breaker are now in a fatal four-way. All three of them take on Joe Gacy. So it's kind of like a 3-on-1 match for Joe Gacy. Unfortunately for Joe Gacy, he loses the match, but he gets pinned by Ilya Dragunov, which means that he is safe from becoming a part of the Foley clan. But Cactus Jack remembers, and he will come back. And now at day one, Mick Foley is back in the fray again. In his first singles matches, he takes on the Ring General Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. And after a back and forth brutal match, Mick Foley hits that devastating, disgusting stump pile driver, and then he's able to lock on a mandible claw to take out Gunther. Mick Foley becomes the new Intercontinental Champion, and now we have Mick Gunther. Following day one, we arrive at NXT New Year's Evil, where after Joe Gacy's loss to Ilya Dragunov last month, Cactus Jack has now got another person in his sights to convert to join the Foley clan, I guess. I don't know, Foley-itis? Who knows? Cactus Jack versus Joe Gacy for the NXT Championship. Now, this could be either a disaster or a great thing for Joe. Unfortunately, it turns out to be the former because Mick Foley. Cactus Jack hits that disgusting pile driver that has broken the necks probably of like 3 people to defeat Joe Gacy, retain his championship, and now Joe Gacy has joined Mick Foley and his group of bandits. And yeah, sorry, no name either. And now we arrive at the Royal Rumble. We have the 30-man Royal Rumble match. Now, with all of the Mick Foleys that have been converted, with all the Mick Foleys that, you know, have happened, he's kind of cheating. What do I mean by that? Well, pretty much all of the clones, as well as 3 versions of Mankind, Cactus, and Dude all entered the match. However, none of them really won. It came down to the final 3 of Uncle Howdy, Dude Howdy, Uncle Love, John Cena, not the one you're thinking, and Izuku Midoriya. What? Deku takes out Uncle Howdy, eliminating the last of Mick Foley's. It comes down to John Cena and Izuku Midoriya. And to the shock of everyone, Deku throws John Cena out of the match, and Izuku Midoriya, yes, an anime character in a wrestling video, is going to WrestleMania to challenge for one of the 2 championships. Which one will he pick? Guess we'll find out. Remember when Mankind a couple months ago said that eventually, no matter how long it takes, we will get your revenge on Brock Lesnar? Well, now's that time. Mick Foley is putting up his Intercontinental title against Brock Lesnar's Universal Championship in an undisputed unification match. Well, not really a unification match. It's more like a winner-takes-all match. So Mick Foley is using his IC title to get a shot at Lesnar in revenge. And Mick Foley is able to accomplish his goal. He hits the mandible claw not once, but twice. And the second time was enough for Lesnar to lose. And Mick Foley becomes a double champion. The undisputed champion and the Intercontinental champion. And more importantly, Brock Lesnar is now, Brock Foley? Yeah. There you go. That's his nickname. And at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, this might be kind of cheating, but you know what? Mick Foley has so much influence over this company at this point that it's not really surprising. Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns, representing Mankind, has to defend his title against Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Uncle Howdy, and Jack McIntyre. Yeah, Mick Foley's got way too much influence. Holy shit. Final two in the match are Roman Reigns and Uncle Howdy. And despite Roman Reigns having 3 fucking finishing moves, he doesn't use any of them. Uncle Howdy hits his sister Abigail and pins him. And Uncle Howdy, Uncle Love himself, becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion because Roman couldn't fucking hit a goddamn finisher with 3 stocks. So, on the following SmackDown, Mick Foley comes out and cuts a promo about how he doesn't give a crap about who he fights at WrestleMania. He's already proven himself. And anybody that wants to fight at WrestleMania has got to be one crazy son of a bitch. The hell, the lights just went out. What the fuck? Oh my god. Deku. It seems like Deku has picked his opponent. And Mick Foley clocks him in the head with a title belt. But Deku completely gets up like nothing happened. This is going to be a match for the ages. Mick Foley versus Izuka Midoriya for the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. At Stand and Deliver, NXT's final show of the year, the current champion, Cactus Jack, with the entire Cactus Jack army backing him, takes on the challenger, Carmelo Hayes. After a crazy back and forth match, God, Jesus. You know what Mick Foley... You know what Cactus Jack does? He hits that freaking disgusting pile driver to pin Carmelo. Another neck broken by Cactus Jack. Carmelo has become a part of the Cactus Clan. And that pile driver, man. Jesus, it's like Cactus is trying to end careers here. And now we are here at WrestleMania, where everything comes to a head. Wait, we got 3 matches. What? Yeah, we have a pre-show match. A pre-show match for the undisputed tag team titles as the Usos, the current champions, even though in real life they freaking hate each other and they want to rip each other to shreds. But that doesn't matter here. As they take on the team of Mankind and John Kind. As Mankind is looking to at least grab a title before he goes. So, he's looking to win a championship. And after a tag team match that went on way too freaking long, because of course it does, Mankind locks in the mandible claw onto Jimmy Uso. He locks on the mandible claw onto Jimmy Uso, and before Jay could break it up, it's too late. He's already out. Mankind and John Kind have become tag team champions, and you know what that means. The Usos have now been converted to Mankindism. Or Foleyized. Yeah, that's what it is. Night 1 main event. Uncle Howdy, the current World Heavyweight Champion, defends against Dude Love. And you know what happens? Dude Love locks on the love handle to pin Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy basically lays down for Dude Love to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I can see there's some conspiracy going on here. There's some little chicanery that's going on with these 3. Jesus. And now it's time for the WrestleMania main event that we've all been looking forward to. Mick Foley, the undisputed champion and Intercontinental champion, bringing back up of Gunther and Brock Lesnar in his corner as he takes on god, jeez, man, what an entrance. Holy crap. After a back and forth Mania Classic, Deku hits the United States of Smash. 2 kicks right in the face. And then finally, the Springboard Detroit Smash to pin Mick Foley and become the undisputed Universal Champion. The power of anime has overcome the power of World Wrestling Entertainment. Alright, so it's time to wrap it up. Let's look at the numbers. Number of people Foleyized, 14. Not bad. Kind of been higher, but oh well. Necks broken by Cactus Jack, 4. Yeah. I didn't have the neck brace, so I couldn't do that, but yeah, 4 neck breaks. And anime W's, 1. But it's a big one. Main event WrestleMania for the World Championship, so. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day!